Welcome back to another LB7 build video where we try to figure out all the things that are wrong with this bizarre truck. Okay, so previously I mentioned that the window switch does not really work. The driver's side does not work. So the driver's side window and driver's side rear window does not work at all. However, I can roll down the passenger side window and the passenger side front and the passenger side rear. The passenger side rear does not roll back up sometimes. So it's a whole lot of electrical stuff. See, right here. This works. However, this does not work. So there's a couple of things. It could be this itself, or it could be this wiring. So let's go ahead and wire these blue wires together and see if that'll fix it first, and then we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, this is the reverse for the mirror, so they didn't wire up anything for the mirror. First things first, we're gonna disconnect this right here. I guess this is for the tow mirrors. I really cannot understand why somebody put diodes right there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I might try and go to the junkyard and see if I can get another door panel, because all of that is zip tied together. Yeah. Try this out and see if it was just the switch itself. Okay. So it still does not work. So this was still good, I'm assuming. The motor. The hell is even that? Gotta love it. So let's go ahead and fix that. I don't know whatever that is, but let's go ahead and fix that. For wiring, I think the battery power heat gun is the way to go, just because it's so much easier, convenient, especially if I'm just like wiring up one thing. No need to get the extension cord, bring the heat gun all the way out here to use it twice. And sometimes whenever I use a torch, I usually end up burning the wire. So that battery power heat gun comes in really handy. Gotta get to the window motor. Let's see if this is the culprit. Oh, well, no crap. Check this out. That would explain why it doesn't work, right? Come on. Don't understand why that would even be cut. Like, did it stop working or something and they just cut it? So many questions I just don't need answers to. Was this truck stolen at one point or recovered? I don't know. Sure seems like it though, doesn't it? It's like, what were they hiding by trying to cut this off and not letting your window go down? Comment your theory below. can't think of any reasons why, but I'm sure there's a reason and a theory, so give me your best guess on why they cut it. And if that's all that was, then I'm kind of glad. Alright, let's find out if this works. Okay, still doesn't work. Alright, so check this out. So the motor was good. This is an old motor, and I put the new motor in with backup. This is the old controller, or whatever this is called, power window switch. So at first, we thought it worked, but after putting the new motor in here, it worked. It brought the window down this much, and then it quit working. So I'm like, the brand new motor fried? So I swapped the motor back out to the old one, and then I swapped the switch over just to see, and it turns out it was just a switch this whole time. So let's go ahead and put the old motor back in, because I mean, this is the OE one, and this is like cheaper Amazon one, so I think I would much rather keep the OE even though it's older, and if it still works, just keep it, and we'll have this for a rainy day, and go ahead and install it and see if it works. Alright, so now the battle is to figure this out, and at this point it's actually just easier to buy a whole nother regulator because of this right here. I think that's what happened with the rear sliding glass on my LML. On the last truck, I was trying to fix the wires, and I just ended up buying a whole new regulator setup instead of dealing with this. I'll fight for a little bit, maybe not. Maybe it'd be easier if we do it all the way up. I think it's better if we just buy a whole new regulator and go from there instead of fighting it, because I think it's pretty messed up. But on the bright side, we fixed it. All it was that this was cut, so maybe that's the same thing with the rear, so let's go check it out. Alright, so you're not going to believe this. This side is actually much worse. They got zip ties and rope and zip ties and more zip ties, making sure the window doesn't go down. So I need a whole new regulator for this rear, as well as a brand new one up front. So yeah, I kind of wasted money on this motor, but I guess it's kind of good to have an extra one. You never know how many of these body style trucks I'm gonna purchase. I mean, at this point I've had 3, and these are my favorite, and I do want to buy an LBZ at one point, so I'm just gonna keep that around. I might end up needing it for this truck or another truck or whatever, so we'll just keep it, and I'm gonna go on Rock Auto or Parts Geek and order a replacement window regulator, so that way I can actually use this window. I do need to push it up in case it rains, so let's go ahead and do that. Push it up and keep it up there. Alright. This is the first time that this thing, this window had gone up all the way. But on the bright side, this works, so we're good with that. Kind of got a lot done, but we kind of didn't. At least we figured out what's wrong with it, so we figured out the source. But she is officially ready for wrapping. Well, not the whole truck, but at least this door. And we're going to be doing like a half wrap, so stay tuned. It probably is going to take me a while to get this truck wrapped, but I will keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to get it in one video. If not, I might do it in a couple different videos, just because the weather is very bipolar. It could be warm, it could be cold, it could be rainy, and ideally you don't want it to be cold and you don't want it to be rainy when you're wrapping. And I'm going to try to take this to Devin's house and get it wrapped there as well. But we're also building a SEMA truck in that garage, so a lot of different variations. So I might just, you know, wrap this piece by piece and just kind of keep you guys updated as we go. So this door's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it. I might just do some prep work and start wrapping it today, but it won't be for this video for you guys. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned.
3 weeks later.
Got that sweet juice, Minute Maid, summer vibe, that lemonade. Take a sip, blowing purple clouds, taste like lemon haze. Conversations back and forth like damn, we could go on for days. Looking back at it like damn, she bad when she walk away. Here we go, been down this road, they already know. When we go on tour, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. People talk about us like they understand just what this is.
Driving around many weeks with the windows stuck, we finally got a fix. Let's test it out real quick. Oh yes. Perfect. Time to fix this cluster of mess that we have here. Gotta love project trucks. You gotta love it. got both windows finally working, so it's definitely the little things in life. And honestly, we have 2 wins for the dually build. So we finally got the windows working. I can actually drive with being able to air myself a little bit, because I do like to drive with my windows down, and sometimes I feel a little claustrophobic when my windows are up. I don't know if that's just me. Do you guys feel the same way? So I can finally actually roll the window down and listen to the turbo on this LB7 Duramax with our freshly installed 5-inch exhaust. And we got rid of this factory exhaust setup with this ugly exhaust tip. And up next, we're going to replace the carrier bearing on the drive shaft for this truck, because I don't know what that is. This is something that they installed here. I bet they had an air tank here, like an air compressor and a tank mounted here, which is a pretty cool idea. I'm not gonna lie, I like that idea. But yeah, this is what I've been hearing. This has been like rattling. But my carrier bearing needs to be replaced because you can hear it, and I don't like to drive my vehicle. I don't like to drive the dually because it does make a lot of grinding sound from there, and I don't want the drive shaft to snap while I'm driving. So that's our next project on this truck, and I'm going to start wrapping this vehicle as well, as you guys saw in the previous episode where I did some body work and we revealed the real damage underneath this poor paint job. So make sure to check it out, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button to stay tuned with the dually build. But so far I'm extremely happy that both windows are fixed, and we were able to do it relatively easily, and it wasn't too expensive either.
Like, comment, and subscribe.